you that do not know me, my name is Dawn Caswell. I am the director of the No Limit Dream Warriors. I have been a consultant for a little over 3 years. My journey is a lot like a lot of yours. I joined for a discount. I never wanted to drink the purple Kool-Aid. And here I am guzzling it down. I'd been buying Scentsy for about 12 years before I decided to take the leap. And I, like everybody else, had excuses. But I was truly busy. I worked 2 full-time jobs. I'm married. I'm a mother of 2. My daughter is 22 years old and will be graduating from UW-Eau Claire with a degree in special education. My youngest is 21 years old, just turned 21 at the beginning of this month. His name is Sonny, and he is my favorite tour guide that I call this road of autism. My son is a swimmer and a bowler for the Special Olympics, which I volunteer a lot of my time for the Special Olympics. So add that onto my full-time job, being a mom, a wife, all the things. At the time, many years ago, I was a booster club president for my daughter's high school girls hockey team, plus working full-time. I never had time to join Scentsy. I never had time to do anything outside of my comfort zone. Through those first 12 years, I dumped every single consultant I ever met. The reason being is because they pestered me. Join, host by, join, host by. I didn't have time. Do I see it differently now? Absolutely. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. Nobody has a minute more, nobody has a minute less. It's what we choose to do with those 24 hours that make us stand out. Now, Scentsy is my full-time career. I work it full-time. I work it like a full-time job. I do other jobs just because I love to be busy. So when I was honored to be asked to be on this stage, I didn't get nervous. I didn't get scared. The only thing I thought was, oh my God, I'm gonna forget what to say. So being a mom, a wife, all the things, what made me change my mind? I met my sponsor and I was dying to get my Luna because I had dumped so many consultants. And so I told her the first time I bought from her, don't ask me to host, don't ask me to join, I just want to buy my product and that's it. And she didn't. I would approach her every single time. So thank you, Taryn Hall, for that. I went on for a whole year and bought my Scentsy until the one day she changed my mind. She told me, I know you don't want me to ask you, but Dawn, have you ever thought about joining for a discount? What? Okay, discount, now you're speaking my language. Fill me in on this. That's what sold me to become a consultant. The very next day I joined, decided I was gonna pay that $99, and it's the best $99 I've ever spent in my life, and I can tell you that. When it comes to recruiting, I've heard all day, and it's very smart to think of it this way. Buy, host, join. How many of you in this room, I want you to raise your hand, how many of you are afraid to have a conversation about joining? Be honest. What if I told you, I want you to flip that buy, host, join around? Join, host, buy. That's the way I approach it. I get the join conversation out of the way first. If they don't want to join me, would they be interested in hosting a party? No? Well, they've obviously talked to me about Scentsy, so I know they're interested in buying. So now I'm gonna ask them to buy. I flip those three around. And the key thing is, I remember when everybody was asking me, host, buy, host, join. I didn't like it. So I chose to not be that consultant. And I want you guys to try to not be those consultants. Don't spam everybody that you can. And just because you're in a challenge or anything else, don't go into people's inboxes and say, oh my God, join my team, because I need you to join my team. We are in a relationship building business. A relationship building business means we get to know their wants, their interests, their needs. In this room, because we were already standing and clapping, I'm exhausted from that. How many of you know someone between the ages of 18 and 65 that could use an extra $50 a month? Okay? Every single person. So when you look in the mirror and tell yourself every day, I don't know who to ask. Now I want you to narrow that field down. How many of you know somebody between the ages of 18 and 65, not only could they use an extra $50 a month, but have a child in sports? I will tell you, I'm a hockey mom. Hockey made me go broke. Cheerleading makes you go broke. Dance makes you go broke. Football, soccer, all the sports, they're expensive. And you take on that and think about it. The people that you want to talk to are these types of people. So everybody, I want you to write down one word for me, okay? I want you to write down the word tiny. And today we're gonna think tiny. Okay? T-I-N-Y. And I want you to remember, when you are recruiting people and sponsoring people, the worst that people can say to you is no. But in the back of your mind, always remember, it's not a no forever, it's a no for right now. So the reason I had you write down tiny, because I want you to write down these words, either below it, straight down, their interest, not yours. If you approach people on a daily basis and you want them to join because of you, you're gonna have a hard sell and a hard time getting people to join you. Now, if you're approaching it of what they're interested in and taking it to another level and getting to know them, get to know their interests. Get to know what that extra $50 a month could do for them. Get to know those types of things that interest them. I would much rather have 1 million friends than 1 million consultants underneath me, just because I'm the friendship person. I will take anybody under my wing and I will love on you, I will hug on you, and then I will want you to go away. But seriously, you guys, don't make the join conversation be so scary. The worst they can say is no. If they don't want to join you, okay. Do they want to host a party for you? They don't want to do that? Okay. Do you want to buy something from me? Perfect. But now I'm not going to approach one person and go to them and be like, I am a Scentsy consultant, will you buy all my products, please? I have warmers, I have wax, I have laundry, I have whiffs, I have all the things. Buy for me. That's not how I'm gonna do it. How I approach people is, hi, how are you? My name is Dawn. It's very nice to meet you. What do you do for a living? When they tell me, if they don't ask me what I do, which most people will because you're starting a conversation, I don't bring up Scentsy. I'm branded everywhere I go. Every part of me is branded. I don't have a tattoo yet. But every part of me is always branded. That conversation, once we become friends, is gonna come into play. but I want to make them my friend first. And another key thing you always want to do is remember the day you joined. Remember that first sale that came across your website. Remember that first email? I got chills thinking about it right now. Do you remember the smile that came across your face and you were like, woohoo! I got a sale. That feeling right there, that's that feeling, oh, I forget it mic'd up. That's that feeling that you need to show to them on a regular basis. Show them your joy. That's gonna be the key thing. When I'm talking to people about the opportunity after I get to know them a little bit, what I'm gonna say to them is, have you ever thought about doing what I do? Do you see my pictures? Do you see how much fun I'm having? I have had more people come to me and say, I don't know what's in that Kool-Aid, but keep drinking it. Scentsy has given me so many things, and I've seen it in a lot of people in this room, because one or two of you may know me a little bit. I don't know. But I've seen so many positive changes in a lot of people, and it's not just in this room, it's across the board. Scentsy brings positivity in your life, and if you can spread just an ounce of that to other people, it's gonna make you have those joint conversations easier. And if you're scared to have those conversations, do it scared. How many of you have heard in this room have heard me tell you a million times, do it scared? Do it scared. How many of you have heard me say, come out of your comfort zone? If you don't come out of it, what am I gonna do? Pull you out of it. Because if you're not doing things scared, it's only scary once or twice. It doesn't have to be scary every single time you do it. And I revert back to the first time I ever went live on Facebook. As a brand new consultant, I had never gone live before. And if any of you ever in here have a bulldog, and the bulldog's gassy, you know my pain. I'm doing it in the middle of my first live video. I've got blueberries cheesecake, and I'm opening it, and I'm taking a big whiff, and I've got my phone, and I'm live, and my dog farted. And so here I am all excited about this new product that I have, and I'm like, my very first live turned into how I was gonna figure out how to put a scent circle on my dog's nub. Do it scared. Did it stop me from going live again? Absolutely not. I continue to go live. I go live all the time because after the first time it got a little easier. After the second time it got a little easier. Now it's second nature. Continue having those joint conversations, and it's gonna get easier and easier every time. But make sure you're getting tiny. Every single time you have that conversation, get tiny. Think about their interest, not yours. Because bless you. It's their interest. They don't care about what some people do care about what you're interested in, but if you're focusing on what they're interested in and what their dreams and their goals are, and you're showing them the joy that you felt, remember that joy on that first sale. If you are focusing on that, it makes those conversations a whole lot easier. The first one, you're gonna be scared. Do it anyway. Always do things when you're scared. Remember, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So when they come back with why they can't join you, it's okay. If they come back with all the excuses, what do we do to excuses? That's right, we bust those excuses. The number one reason I hear why people can't join, they don't have time. And that's when I look at them and tell them, We all have the same 24 hours. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you all for investing in you today. You didn't invest in anybody else but yourself today. And I'm proud of every single one of you in this room. Scentsy!